Fellow Americans, if you've got kids in the room, get them the hell out of there because it's going to get ugly, that I can tell you. Bloody hell. What a day. What a day. Nice intro. Very smooth. Okay. Hi. Good afternoon. Hello. I'm Roger Moore. So, good evening. Yeah, it's late. I know people were like, hey, because usually we'll do the show at 7, but I've been talking to some people. And they said, you know, you got to think about the rest of the country. You know, 7 p.m. is 6 p.m. somewhere, and 5 p.m. somewhere else, and 4 p.m. somewhere else. I said, you're at the end, man. I mean, you're all the way. And so I think they're right. So I'm not sure. I think I'm going to start doing it either at 8 or 9. I mean, because if it's 8 where I am, it's 7654. Yeah, 765. I mean, in California, you know, people are stuck getting off work. You know, all up that west. I keep wanting to call it left coast. But, yeah, so, anyway, hi, I'm Michael Clive, actor, comedian, producer, and world's most unique impressionist, folks, that I can tell you, okay? And the best Trump impressionist on the planet, that I can tell you. So, on this show, we read Trump's tweets in Trump's voice, and then we continue with other news and some common sense while looking at these stupid politics and news and entertainment stuff. But we don't talk like, it's not like red versus blue or, you know, it's basically white versus wrong. It's just common sense. It's just common sense. The fact that the left and the Democrats continually end up on the side of the wrong is not my fault. It's just they're just that fucking stupid for some reason. Okay, so let's get to the tweets. Where's the fucking tweets? Where are they? Let's do the tweets. Here we go. There I am, flying around twitting. People call me a twit. Whatever. Do your worst, folks. Do your worst. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Look, there I am at a podium today. Beautiful. Don't I look beautiful? Look at me. I'm so terrific. So terrific. He has aged, hasn't he? So funny. Okay. They all age. Remember Obama? He came in, didn't have any gray hair. Then he started getting gray hair. Remember, Obama was a cigarette smoker when he first came. I smoke. Yeah, I do some smoking. And then there's another thing on the internet. Oh, I gotta find that and cue that up. It's him. It's Obama talking about him as a teenager and a young person and how he would just get blasted on beer. He'd get wasted before going into class and stuff. I mean, total non-role model. And I mean, think of the difference. Trump never did any of that. Because I don't drink, folks. I don't drink. I don't like it. I don't like it, okay? My father, I watched my brother die of drinking, and it was very sad. I don't want to, so my kids don't drink. I don't drink, and I tell them not to, please. Thank you. Good lesson for everyone. Good lesson for everyone. And good luck getting it through to her, but it's good. It's a good lesson. You know, imagine if the whole country didn't drink or smoke or anything. Wow, we'd be, I don't know. Well, I guess we wouldn't. Maybe we'd be overpopulated. I don't know. It's just nothing else to do. Okay. How far do we want to go back? When was the last show? When was it? I forgot. It was Tuesday. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, we have that. We read that. And there was the Obama thing. Have you seen this? I gotta play this. This is just classic. You know, everybody talks about, you know, the cruelty, the utter cruelty, you know, of these people. It's so cruel. Trump is separating children. He's ripping children from parents. Shut the fuck up. Stupid. It's just stupid. These people, they have no clue about the past, the present, the reality, nothing, you know? And so here's Obama. Make sure you listen to this loud and clear. Make sure you hear this. Ready? We got the volume on. Here I go. Listen to me.
We are a generous and welcoming people here in the United States, but those who enter the country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law, and they are showing disregard for those who are following the law. We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked, and circumventing the line of people who are waiting patiently, diligently, and lawfully to become immigrants in this country.
What? I'm sorry. Who is this imposter? This was Obama. So if you never heard this before, get woke, because you're about dumb as a box of rocks. This is what I'm talking about. These people, they have no clue. I was like, they make all these statements. They come up with all this hate and all this nonsense over what Trump does. And Obama is same guy, okay? So, of course, this was back when being a Democrat, I mean, this is the most frustrating thing. Because this is back when Democrats were, this was their view, common sense thinking and looking out for America and wanting to, help Americans and American citizens, right? And, I would just think, I'm just speculating here. I'm no politics expert by far or anything. I didn't know the show was going to turn into this. I just came on to read my tweets, okay? But, which I'll do in a minute here. We're on his page. This is his Twitter page. But it's like, all this, if you're a Democrat and you hear this, and then you know where things are today with all the hate and the spite and I don't want to say fake news, but there's so much stuff on those news channels that it's not true. It's not true. They call Kanye West, they laughing at calling him a house Negro because they don't want him off of their plantation. It's just hate. Hate. If any of this took place on Fox, that everybody wants to bash, they'd be out the door. So if you want to talk about hypocrisy, there you go. CNN and MSNBC and all these, they're a piece of shit, okay, compared to Fox. Fox has class. And a lot of most Republicans and conservatives I come across, they have this thinking process that gives them a level of class. Democrats, especially these days, the modern one, they're just like, fuck you, you're an asshole, yeah. I mean, how do you explain? So if you're a Democrat today and you don't watch any news, well, then you don't know any of this is going on. You just figure, I'm going to continue voting Democrat. But if you watch this, you've got to be asking yourself, what happened? How did my party go from this to being what it is now? It seems to me like it's like some hybrid of a apologist, globalist, fascist party, something really weird. And I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, that's Obama. That was Obama, folks, back in the day when he had a brain. Before he turned into a real radical, folks, a real radical. And an asshole, too, if I might say so. So, okay, so let's go. Here, that was, yeah. So that was his tweet. I agree with President Obama 100%. And I don't blame him. Now, let's go. For those who want and advocate for illegal immigration, just take a good look at what has happened to Europe over the last 5 years. Okay? Take a look, folks. Take a look. A total mess. It's a total mess, right? Like what Obama left me. A big mess. Big mess. They only wish they had that decision to make over again. And that's true. Angela Merkel. That's a weird-looking woman, isn't it? No, really. I mean, it's just a haircut. She's got a bad hairstyle. What do you think looks good on me? Let's do this. Okay. Yeah, man. They do. They are regretting it. They're regretting it. Never mind. I could go on. But yeah, they're regretting it. A lot of places are regretting it. It's interesting. Of course, it's more complex than this, but it's amazing how many of these Middle Eastern countries just are at absolute fucking war with one another. These little groups, these little factions. I'm this Muslim, I'm this Muslim. And they fucking want to kill each other. And then we go over and try to straighten out the mess or help one side or the other. And we get caught in this big freaking conundrum. Whoa, what do we do? And then, it gets worse. And this is the part where people say, we should just stay out of this stuff. There are things we should stay out of. But isn't it interesting? Here's all these people. Right? Here's all these people. They're crazy. They're crazy. They're always at war with one another. Always. Why are we getting involved? And then they fuck things up, and then their people have to go. Oh, they have to, then it's a caravan. They have to, their caravan into Germany, into Europe, into Greece. Remember? Greece finally had to frickin' close the doors and start throwing them out in the sea. Hey, sorry, you can't come in here. No. Dude. We can't take it anymore, okay? Okay, we're Greece, okay? We're not Iran. We don't want... It's like, you can't have your own country anymore. Everybody's up in arms about, you have to let everybody in. Bull fucking shit. I don't have to let it. You let people. Why don't you do it? Put her in your house. But it's really amazing. So, yeah, man, I think it's interesting, we've had how many world wars? But, before World War I, throughout history, there have been war after war after war after war after war. If it's not a religious war, it's something else. It's something else. And now here we are at this, and we're over there fucking around over there. Afghanistan, we're in Afghanistan. It's a mess. It's a total mess. But the fact of the matter is, these people are fucking crazy. Crazy. Stupid. All they want to do is war and destroy one another. Gee, I don't know. If I had a choice of religions, it probably wouldn't be Muslim. Too violent, man. They're volatile people. It's like, one little thing goes wrong. Whoa. I'm just trying to park here. They're nuts, man. They're nuts. There are some good ones. There's good ones of every people. But by and large, this is what's going on over there. Those are all Muslim countries. Think about it. What the hell are we doing over? Leave it alone. And then they're freaking killing everybody. They're destroying entire cities. And those people have nowhere to go. So then they have to migrate. It's called divide and conquer. Hitler did this. They purposefully would invade a country, and while the army that's coming to help that city would be coming down the road and shit, well, they destroy, and all these immigrants, all these people from the city would have to pack up their shit, whatever they had, take the wagon, get on the road, and it would create a big clog, right? And then the troops couldn't get through, and clever. And then, of course, while those people were on that road, well, they made pretty good strafing targets. And they did, too. So there you go. We don't do that, okay? We don't do that. But it's a mess, man. It's a mess over there. Just think about it. Jesus. So I don't know. I think about it sometimes. It's like, what if we left everybody alone? Well, then they destroy themselves, or, we don't even know what they would do. Obviously, there would be a lot of destruction. Because there would be nobody intervening, telling what's his shit not to use chemical weapons on innocent civilians, so he would just do it. See, this is what we're like the babysitter, right, of the world, almost. No, really, we are like the babysitter. Because if you don't intervene, it gets worse, and then, they build up, and then let's go get America. Now we're really organized. See, people don't get that part of it. It's kind of like this double, what do they call it, catch-22? It's like you're damned if you do and damned if you don't. But I digress. Let me keep reading, folks. Here we go. More with Trump Streets. Back in a moment, folks. We are a great sovereign nation. We have strong borders and will never accept people coming into our country illegally. We can't have this, folks. We can't have people coming in illegally. Would you let people into your home illegally? No, I don't think so. Of course not. You know you wouldn't. Oh, that's different. Yeah, it's different because it's a bigger fucking scenario. That's the only thing that's different about it. And that's true. That's the only thing that's different. It's the same thing. People break into your house. Imagine if somebody said if they can bust through your, because this is what these immigrants are saying. Well, you see the interviews and shit. Oh, well, you know, if we can get through America, that's going to be great. There was one guy. He was down there. Apparently, he grew up in Texas, so he speaks almost perfect English. And he's talking into the camera, and he's going, yeah. He's like, yeah, I come from here. He got, I think, deported or something. He's trying to get back in, right? Yeah, I was here. I went to high school and all that. I played. He says, I played football for the country. Trying to act like he's a member of our country because he played high school football. But he goes, yeah, these people, he said, you know, they get on these vans and they march, they want to go on, they think it's going to be really easy and everything. They don't know what they're in for. I mean, this guy telling everybody, like, they don't know what they're in for, man. They think they're just going to walk into California and they have jobs. Oh, so this guy knows. He's a young guy, you know, he's not like he's some old wise man. I don't know. Are there any of those amongst those people? Any old wise people? Because I think if there were, they'd have their fucking country in order by now. How long do we have to fucking let this shit go on? Jeez. Duh. Well, we're not very intelligent. We can't get our shit together. So we're going to make it your problem. Oh, thanks. See where I'm going? I mean, it's not about being cruel. It's about going, look, you guys have had how much time? Hundreds of years. The country is older than ours. And they're still in this problem? Look, I say common sense. I'm just observing, okay? I'm just an observer. I'm not saying nothing. Nothing. Okay. Will you just read the tweets? Yeah. Come on. It's a show. It's about a lot of things. It's a lot of fun. March, listen. All right. Republicans will totally protect people with pre-existing conditions. Democrats will not. Vote Republican. And ironically, I saw a tweet by Chuck Schumer the other day that said, however he says it, right? Republicans are lying. They will not protect your pre-existing conditions. They will eradicate Medicare. I was like, dude, you're such a freaking liar. You know, a phrase that fits Chuck Schumer and a lot of Democrats very well is a simple, it's like a sentence conundrum, right? And this is it. Everything I say is a lie. I'm lying. It takes you a while. It's like, wait, so if everything he says is a lie, and he's lying, then it's just, that's what it reminds me. It just reminds me of the modern Democrats. It's just everything is total bullshit. They cannot deny that Trump said he was going to do this, and this, and he's coming and he's doing it. Obama said he's going to do this, and this. And what did we get? Some fucked up healthcare thing where he lied to everybody. If you want to keep your doctor, you can keep your doctor. If you want to keep your healthcare plan, you can keep your healthcare plan. Liar. But that's just one of many. The healthcare plan, they rolled it out. Remember the day they paid $500 million for the website? It didn't even work. Everybody's costs skyrocketed. So that's one thing I can think of that he did. What else did he do? Was there anything else? Please, feel free to tell me. I don't know. I'm watching. I'm looking. But it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's just such denial. You know, you don't like Trump's personality, some of the shit he does, fine. But at least give him credit for the stuff he's trying to do for our country. And now this shit's coming up about this nationalist. Trump says, I'm a nationalist. Whoopee fucking do. Good. That's nice. It's good to be a nationalist. You're for your country. If you're a globalist, that means you're for everybody but yourself. I never thought of it like that. Yeah, well, you're an idiot. Right? I mean, if you see, Trump's a businessman. So if you have a business, and for example, this would be an example of a globalist who runs a business. You got a business, you got employees and your profit, and all your profit and your employees you send out to other businesses. And then you go broke. Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, because you're a fucking idiot. So a nationalist in a business sense would be like every business owner I know where they fucking watch out for their own. It's like, hey, look, this is my business. I got to put money back into my business, back into my building, back into my, whatever it is, right? Back into my corporation. I got to make it grow. I got to profit. I want to make things better for people who are working for me. Not that other company I'm competing with that's in fucking China or wherever the hell it is. Who knows, right? So that's a nationalist. And if you want to really get some education about it, just Google nationalist. Well, don't take the first few things that come up because it's probably inspired by Google. But look, a nationalist has nothing to do with Hitler. Good God. In fact, Hitler was, I'm sorry to say, Hitler was Man of the Year on Time Magazine. Remember? You remember? People remember. Well, I haven't heard it mentioned by anyone else, but I remembered that. Now I'm not that old. I remember it from my history. I'm a history aficionado. Yeah, I know. Shut up. So, anyway. So here we go again. What is this? This was Mike Pence, who said, we condemn the... I haven't tried to imitate Mike Pence yet. I haven't even tried. We condemn the attempted attacks against former President Obama, the Clintons, CNN, and others. These cowardly actions are despicable and have no place in the country. Grateful for swift response of Secret Service, FBI, and local law enforcement. Those responsible will be brought to justice. To which I say, I agree wholeheartedly. Thank you very much, Mike. Great guy. Good friend of mine, too, by the way. And then during Trump's rally last night, so I was at the gym and I was watching the screens up here. And I say, here goes CNN. They just couldn't wait. The rally wasn't even over. And here's the headline. Trump does not denounce. Or how did they put it? Hang on. Un momento. It is on my phone. Where the hell is it? What are you doing? I hate it when stupid shit pops up. Oh, yeah, the Trump. Oh, yeah, it said the caption was, Trump did not reach out to Clinton, Obama, or others about the bombing incident during his rally. Ooh. Now, earlier in the day, Trump made that statement in the Oval Office or wherever in the White House about how they absolutely condemned this and we're going to find out who did it and it's terrible and all this stuff and there's no way to act if you're an American. And Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and a couple others immediately released a statement saying, that's not good enough. That is not good enough. These people are going to go down with the ship, man. They can't see past their hatred and their spitefulness to give him credit for doing anything. He says it at his rallies. He says it all the time. If I cured cancer, they'd say Donald Trump did not cure cancer soon enough, right? Or whatever it would be. It wouldn't matter. Wouldn't matter. He didn't do it fast enough. It didn't happen. It wasn't to my liking. It wouldn't matter. Now, if Obama had done the same thing, hey, everybody, they'd have been, oh, thank you, Mr. President. That was so wonderful. Thank you so much. And they would have. It's such a bunch of bullshit, and people see it now, and we're tired of it. We don't want to think about it or hear about it anymore. And everybody wants to talk about who's to blame for the bombing or for these attempted packages and shit like this. And let me tell you, folks, okay? All of this CNN, MSNBC, you talk about mobs, and they say that's a dirty word. Don't say mobs. They're not mobs. They're not mobs. They're not mobs. There's a lot of other things. They say, we don't talk about that. That's not what it is. I don't know. Maybe these bombings, maybe these packages, maybe we could just call it junk mail, okay? Maybe it's just unwanted mail. Nobody wants it. Right? Good Lord. So, yeah, nothing's good enough for them. And now they're trying to assign blame. The person who's to blame is the person who did this. And there's a lot of speculation going on about Who was it? Like Candace Owen came out on Twitter. She goes, it is a 0% chance this was a Republican. It's like, Candace, you're very young. You have a lot to learn still. Saying zero is a bit presumptuous and a little arrogant. Maybe just say it's a very fat chance or something like that. But yeah, it's probably a Democrat. More than likely, that's what I think. I think it's a Democrat posing as a Republican, and which gave them all an excuse to go, it's Trump's fault. Oh, all of his rhetoric and his... It's like, excuse me, rhetoric? What are you talking about? You guys spend every fucking day, all day long, talking about how much you hate President Trump and want him out. And you point out every little, he tripped over a crack in the street today and did not recover sufficiently to my liking. Anything, right? His hair is ridiculous, orange face, all this stuff. Give me a break. And they want to throw stones? The fake news, the shit they put on there. Look at this crowd in Wisconsin. Unbelievable. I just, if you pay attention, your head will explode. Honestly, I really think that if you paid attention, your head would. If you don't pay attention, then you don't know shit. You're just like, la, la, la. Oh, I'm going to a party tonight. It's going to be so fun. You don't know anything. You hear a couple blurbs and you go, oh, that's terrible. You don't know anything because you're not researching. Like I said, if you research that new car or the new dishwasher or the new home, if you'd researched politics and the candidates you're going to vote for as much as that new computer or whatever you're going to buy, great, vote. If you don't research at all, you just go by what somebody told you, don't vote. Don't vote because you're causing problems and you're not voting for the right reasons or with the right info. You're an idiot, essentially, is what I'm trying to tell you. Big problem. So, all right. The so-called experts on Trump over at New York Times wrote a long and boring article on my cell phone usage that is so incorrect, I do not have time here to correct it. I use only government phones and have only one seldom used government phone. What was it? I only use government phones and have only seldom used government cell phone. Story is so wrong. And by that I mean so wrong. So. Who's this? Brandon Judd of the National Border Patrol Council is right when he says on Fox and Friends that the Democrat-inspired laws make it tough for us to stop people at the border. Must be ended. There it is, folks. There it is. I screwed up. Actually screwed up. You'll see it on CNN later, I'm sure. This just in. Trump misspelled a word on Twitter. Whoopie fucking do, lady. But their base would love that. Oh, see, I told you he can't spell. But I'm bringing out the military for this national emergency. They will be stopped. And then, of course, on CNN, too, they're saying things like, well, what are you going to do? I mean, what's going to happen? Is he going to start shooting people? No, dickface. He's not going to start shooting people, okay? The military does a hell of a lot more than that. Military went to Puerto Rico, right, to help those poor people who don't have their shit. Another government that doesn't have their shit together. And they didn't shoot anyone there. They helped out people in hurricanes. They don't shoot people up there. I mean, I swear these stations... That's what I'm talking about. They are simply out to get him. That's it. They are out to get. If you've ever had anybody who just hates it's the old phrase, they hate your guts. So anything you do, they're going to go, cut that. Oh yeah. I'll bet. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, right. It's just hate. It's a hate. It's just, and it's infectious. And sadly, it is. Man, am I digressing today or what? Actually, I'm trying to cover both this and the after show at the same time. Like, make something else. Is it working? I don't know. You let me know. So speaking of which, a very big part of the anger we see in today's society is caused by the purposely false and inaccurate reporting of the mainstream media. See what I said? That I refer to as fake news. It has gotten so bad and hateful that it is beyond description. Mainstream media must clean up its act fast. And by fast, I mean like really fucking fast, okay? Get your shit together. We're not putting up with this crap anymore. It's absurd. It's absurd. This is so nasty. It's so nasty. And they are so responsible for a lot of shit that goes on. I'm sorry. Too bad, CNN. I mean, how can you be so nasty, spiteful, hateful, dishonest, and then throw stones at someone else? Oh, it's you. You caused this bombing. Oh, I caused it? I'm waiting to hear, folks. One thing I'll tell you what. I'm waiting to hear on Fox. I'm waiting to hear on CNN and MSNBC and from Hollywood and anything that I sent those packages. I'm waiting. I'm waiting, folks. I'm waiting. That's what they're going to say. I sent them. I said, what a bunch of assholes. The New York Times had a new fake story that the now Russians and Chinese finally I'm glad they added China. Although we like President Xi. We do. Are listening to all of my calls on cell phones, except that I rarely use a cell phone. And when I do, it's government authorized. I like hard lines, okay? No puns on that, please. Thank you very much. Just more made-up fake news. And, of course, you know what they do when they, if you watch Fox News, you know they don't say shit like that. You go to CNN, you hear all day long, MSNBC, a source has told us. Well, what source? Well, we can't reveal it. They will, it's called propaganda. They will intentionally throw something in just to give their audience a pause to go, oh my God. It's so unfair. It's not news. It's not responsible. And it's shit. They can kiss my motherfucking ass. It's hateful. It's really hateful to America and to what the press is supposed to be. Like I said, John Kennedy, he banned one of the news organizations or it was something he banned from he didn't want him around because he didn't like what they did. And Trump hasn't done any of that. If Trump was this fascist, believe me, if I was a fascist, CNN, MSNBC, and a lot of others would be out of work. That I can tell you. And they would be if he would have yanked the plug and he would have sent the government in there, pull the plug. Nope, we're not broadcasting that anymore. That's what a fascist does, okay? Just FYI so you people know. Some people really, they don't know what a fascist, they throw the word around like, oh, you're a fascist, you're a fascist. No. You need to go read some history, watch some history, to find out what a fascist is, because it's not someone who doesn't do fascist things. That it is not, okay? And also there would be a lot of people murdered already. Yeah. Because if I'm I would have absolutely gone in and murdered people already. Yeah, nobody's dead, okay? If anything, the murderer comes from the other side. Oh, my God. Okay. Can I make this stuff any more clearly? All right. Spoke with French President Emmanuel Macron this morning. Discussed many topics, including the very exciting upcoming visit to Paris, where FLOTUS, First Lady of the United States, is what that means, folks. Melania and I will attend the Armistice Day Centennial Commemoration. And I tried to get that done here, but they purposefully fucked up the costs, and now we can't do it. They made up too much on purpose. It's a lot of things, just like the Democrats. What's what they do? Just to make things difficult for good old Donald. Yep, you just want to fuck things up. That's fine. It's fine. I can deal with it, okay? But come November, you're screwed. Just so you know. All right. People are watching. All right, here's another one. I just spoke to Prime Minister Giuseppe Contelti, right, whatever, of Italy. Now, there's a real great country for you right there, folks, okay? Why don't you go invade Italy, okay? Go over there. Let's put the caravan on a boat and send them over. Concerning many subjects, including the fact that Italy is now taking a very hard line on illegal immigration. Oh, well, maybe you better not go over there then. So, you see, I agree with their stance 100%, and the United States is likewise taking a very hard line on immigration. The Prime Minister is working very hard on the economy of Italy. He will be successful. That would make the Prime Minister sound more like a nationalist. Stupid! Marge, the microphone broke. I told you not to do that. All right, so, here's another example. It's like this fool me once, right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me because I didn't learn my stupid lesson. And, here was, who was it, Kasich? Kasich was on CNN or NBC going on and on about this rant about, why do we have to bring these people in here because, God, the Lord wouldn't want it and they didn't want it. I said, yeah, what did the Lord do with the locusts? Did he welcome them? Why did the Lord put everybody on different continents? How about that one? Everybody was supposed to stay where they fucking were, and they just couldn't. Had to start building boats and shit. Well, some of them weren't very smart, so they didn't take to the seas. Not very much. But, it's like, what, you've had enough, you've had as much time as we have. We got our shit together. We got a nice democracy going here, but you can't seem to do it. Whose fault is that? We're supposed to, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, we do a lot of kindness gestures. We take in a lot of people every year. Every year we take in tons of people. And then people come here and they do it legally. We take in people who really are in duress. They're being sought. People want to kill them. But because your life sucks and, you bred yourself into a fucking oblivion... We have that here, too. It's called the ghetto. We can't afford it. Yeah, I don't know. Let's fuck again, though. Yeah, you got to start taking some, responsibility for your decisions at some point. You can't keep telling the government to fucking fund everything. And so that's what we end up doing. It's like, there's a reason I don't have kids. No, it's not that reason. Because... it's a long story, but, my career has never been something that's, it's not something in writing. Well, you do this and this and this. It's a lot of here and there and, trying this and trying that. And it's hard. It's really hard. There's no 9 to 5 thing. It's just a constant. So I knew that, I hadn't found the time to start a family yet. And things would come up occasionally, and I never found that time to start a family. It's not too late. It's really not too late. You're 52, Mike. What? Hey. People have kids when they're 50. Besides, it's not always about, being young. I'm young at heart. But you what are you kidding me? I'd be a kick-ass father, right? I'd be great. You know it, that's right. But it's about, what you can leave behind. Then the other thing is too, it's like, gee, do I want to have a kid in this frickin' world? I don't know. What kind of a chance does he have? I don't know. Anyway, I digress. So here we go. This is another endorsement for Pennsylvania. Remember, folks, when you go to the polls, don't worry about anything. Just go red all the way down, no matter if you like them or not, because that's the only way we're going to get out of this fucking mess. Believe me, that I can tell you. Oh, my God. And if you do like fascism and socialism and stuff, go ahead, vote Democrat, because that's what you're going to get. I'm not kidding. All right, there's another one. Oh, yeah, Troy Balderson, Ohio. Great job, his Congress. Very, very respected in Washington. Get out and vote for Troy, okay? We need him. Great guy. Has my total endorsement. And I can fill in the rest of it. He's good on vets. Second Amendment. Oh, yeah, see, here's another one. It's Lloyd Smucker doing a great job for the people of Pennsylvania. He's strong on the border, crime, military, vets, blah, blah, blah. Here's another one. Mike Dunleavy. Oh, yeah, fantastic governor of Alaska. Mike is energy and jobs. Is tough on crime. Loves our vets. Okay, all right, we know. See what I mean? Here's another one. Bruce Poliquin of Maine. See what I mean? I'm telling you. Just go down your ballot. If it's red, just mark it. Red, 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 red. Now, believe me, folks, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the Democrats try some ballot bullshit, right? By trying to put some Democrats over in a red category, right? That wouldn't surprise me at all, actually. It wouldn't. It wouldn't surprise. Would it surprise you, really? All right, what's this? What's this? Okay, so yeah, we got that. Okay, that's good. Okay, are we done? All right, we're done with that. I think we could wrap up here. Are we done? Oh, no, we have to show this, don't we? So, this happened. I don't know if you guys saw this one. This'll piss you off. Ooh, girl. Yeah, this situation here where this kid, apparently, from what I read, this kid is autistic, and he lives in this neighborhood in Missouri, it's Independence, Missouri, which, by the way, is like the meth capital of the United States. Yeah, seriously. Now, after you see this video, you might put two and two together. But here's what's going on. It's really violent. It's really hard to watch. But just listen, and the language is just like, it's just, I don't know. Fucking moronic. But listen to this shit.
Again, already crack it one more time. Kiss my motherfucking foot, nigga. Kiss his foot, nigga. Kiss my motherfucking kiss his feet, nigga.
So the kid's being bullied. See? He's not doing anything. Here comes the kid with a gun. This is a kid with a gun. Now this video, it gets worse. This video was taken to the police. Wait till you see the whole thing. You're going to be like, huh? They were taken to the police. The police did nothing until this video went viral. Now, also, bear in mind, this is a parent that's videoing this, okay? That's got their cell phone out. This is a parent. You get him, nigga. Get this other nigga. Get this other nigga. I'm an intelligent human being, nigga. Oh, my God. That fucking word. I swear to God. Okay, so here we go. Let's finish this thing. It's awful. So this kid with the gun, he's 17 years old. After the video went viral, then the police got involved. Oh, my God, we better do something about this. So they arrested the kid with the gun is apparently 17-year-old. So they arrested him and two others. Obviously, probably this skinny little fucking dork here that's... Watch this.
Kiss his feet. Move, bitch. Kiss his feet. Stand the fuck up.
This just starts hitting the kid.
Nigga, you better kiss his feet.
This skinny fucking dweeb trying to be like he's with a man bun.
Kiss his feet, nigga.
Wow.
Kiss that nigga's feet, bro.
He's doing nothing.
I can't hit hard.
I can't hit hard. Oh, he's... Remember, this is a parent filming this.
Kiss his fucking feet, nigga.
Kiss his fucking feet, nigga.
You want to fight someone? Fight, fuck.
Yay. 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 There you go, folks. Yeah, how about that, huh? Yeah, that's the American education system and the urban parenting skills right on display there, folks. Whee! Oh, my God. Yeah, that's disgusting. So there you go, right? That's the methamphetamine capital of the United States. But can you imagine that going on in your neighborhood? I mean, these guys are. Imagine how these kids are in school. Wow. So I have this plan. I have this plan for people, parents who don't correct their children's behavior, who allow this to go on, or if some, it's happened a lot. People will come to try to approach a parent and say, your kid is doing this or you're doing that. And they'll be like, hey, well, fucking, you trying to tell me what to do with my fucking kid? You know what I mean? It happens. Yeah, that happens. Because usually, asshole parent, asshole kid. Not always, but usually that's the cause. The parent is, encouraging him, hey, get out there, beat the shit out of him, son. Give me another beer while you're at it. Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's what should happen to these people, these parents, these dickheads, these fuckers. They should be taken mandatory. Not a class where they teach you about bullying. They should take you to this place where you get bullied yourself, right? You're by yourself. There's no one else. They put you in a room, and this big motherfucker, maybe like, I don't know, Tyrus from Fox News comes in. Right? And he comes in and just starts putting a beat down on him. And all the other adults, right, they get to see through this window, and they get to use their cell phones and record it. And then they can put it up on it. Look at this stupid parent. I guarantee you that would stop this right away. We have such a problem in this country. Look, I mean, I've talked about this before. This is why China beats the shit out of us with things like respect and all this other, because their home life, their family life, everything is actually a lot more structured than ours. Ours is just like, I don't know, be a parent. I don't know, be a parent. We don't have anything, like that's like, hey, if you want to be a parent, you should know this and this and this. The old theory about kids having kids. And I think what's happened is we're living in this time right now where we've got these generations of kids having kids, and it's showing. It's showing. There's so much stupidity and fucking ignorance. I'm not kidding. I mean, these kids need to be just pounded into the ground. But wouldn't that be great? Yeah, a place like that where you just take the parents in there, dump them off, they lock them in a room, and Tyrus walks in. They won't be doing that now. Oh, I'm going to learn how to raise my kid better. I swear to God. Yeah, you are. Okay. You can go now. Oh, you need to go to the doctor first? Okay. We'll call an ambulance for you. So that's it. I think we're done here. We got any more? Yeah, I covered most of everything. Wow, I covered everything. I got it, folks. I got it, most of it. Maxine Waters, a package went to her. One of these packages went to my buddy Robert De Niro. He probably thinks I sent it. Believe me, that I can tell you. Fuck Trump. That motherfucker sent me a package. I can tell you he fucking sent this package. I know he sent this fucking. Yeah, there are some signs you can look to figure out this probably is a Democrat. Number one, well, there's misspellings. Lazy socialist Democrat who needs someone else to do the spelling for them. It's so funny. People do so much on their cell phones these days, and they don't check their spelling. I check everything that goes out. If I'm typing to somebody, I never send something out with a misspelled word in it. People going, well, you must not do much texting. Well, probably right there. But no, I don't. Even if I don't. That's an image I don't want. Oh, this guy's a dumb shit. I don't want that. But it's interesting. It's a couple of the different web pages that I have up where there's stuff that's videos and things. Because I'll get all kinds of compliments. I'll get nice compliments. I'll get and compliments. But the amount of misspelled words where they'll put like his instead of he's, I mean, it's astronomical. It's just hilarious. I'm like, what? I love it when someone tries to make they try to insult you and they can't even spell the words right. I mean, that's always classic. Dickwad. So anyway, here's one thing that bothered me this week. Now, this really pissed me off, and I've heard it before. Juan Williams. Juan on the 5. You guys are terrible here. You guys. And his face is, he's like, guys, I don't know what you're talking about there, because let me tell you something. He says it's frequently, because they start talking about, the violence and all this stuff, and he gets on this kick. Where is the audio? I've got it right here, actually. Let me play this. This is what he says. You go, Juan.
Very clearly when he says, those Democrats lock up Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, he's not really an American. And
lock up Hillary Clinton. We've heard that at the rallies. That was like a long time ago. Now the people at the rallies just say lock her up. Probably shouldn't, but Trump doesn't incite it. He's like, when they start, he just kind of goes at the podium. But what was the other one he said there? It was
these people want to do away with Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, he's not really an American.
Okay, that's old. That's so old. How did we say it when I was a kid? That's so old, my grandmother farts dust. I remember that.
These people want to do away with ICE. They don't want borders. These are people who want to turn America into Venezuela. I mean, the rhetoric.
Well, they do. What do you think's going to happen, Juan? It's not going to be Venezuela. No, they're going to. What does he think's happening in California? They're turning California into worse than Venezuela. I don't think Venezuela allows people to come in and pay for their health care and shit like that. So I think it would be worse than Venezuela, actually. Continue, please, Juan.
These people want to do away with ICE. They don't want borders. These are people who want to turn America into Venezuela. I mean, the rhetoric. And then, of course, he's the one who always says, go ahead and punch him. I'll pay your legal bills.
Now, hold on. Listen to what he said. Listen to what he said.
The big problem around here is that
Get over here.
To Venezuela. I mean, the rhetoric. And then, of course, he's the one who.
Yeah, right here.
And then, of course, he's the one who always says.
Always says, his words. He's the one who always says.
And then, of course, he's the one who always says, go ahead and punch him. I'll pay your legal bills. The big problem around here is that we don't want to hurt anyone.
Go ahead and punch him. I'll pay your legal bills. When did you hear Trump say that? Maybe one time before he was even president? Remember? Because I remember it. Because everybody, even Fox, I mean, everybody was like, oh, that's not right. So recall, Juan just said, this is a guy who always says. Now, the part that pissed me off the most was because this was on the 5. Nobody challenged him on it. And he said it before, and they don't challenge him. They just go on. Greg Gutfeld goes, or Jesse. Nobody says anything. I don't understand. Believe me, folks, if I was there, I'd say, excuse me, Juan. Excuse me, I'm speaking. Okay. You said always, okay? Tell me a time I said that, other than when the campaign was just getting started, okay? Tell me a time. And Juan would probably say something like, well, I don't know. I mean, does it really matter? Because, this is... Right? That's Juan's incredible, the way he weasels out of stuff. Well, I don't know. I mean, you guys, you act like all this, crazy. That's my Juan Williams impression, folks. You like it? Oh, my God. So, yeah, whatever. I wanted to mention. I think that's just, that's stupid. And this is part of the problem. And by the way, folks, by the way, you know the story about this snake? Oh, the wicked snake. Well, apparently, the guy who originally wrote this speech about the snake, it was back in the 90s, I think, or something like this. But he took it off of one of Aesop's fables, so it's kind of a mixture. But anyway, the daughters of this guy, he died, the daughters of this guy told Trump to stop using it. They were told, they were like, hey, you guys have, that's not my mom. What are you, a fucking Democrat or something? Fuck you. obviously. Yeah, a conservative would have been honored. Oh, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you for reading. But, yeah, so what I'm going to do, here's what I'm going to do, folks, okay? I'm working on a new speech. And it's going to be called The Cat Lady. It's The Cat Lady, folks. And it's going to be terrific, believe me. I have to write it. And it deals with immigration and the cat lady. If you know where I'm going with that, okay? So, good Lord. Anything else? Did we get it all? I think we got it all. Oh, my God, it's going to be an hour. I've been running my mouth for a fucking hour? What the hell is wrong with me? I'm just... Un momento. I'm looking over my notes. Okay, we got that one. Well, one of the problems with this caravan coming up, though, they're coming through how many Spanish-speaking countries are they coming through, right? I mean, they're coming, Mexico, they speak Spanish already, okay? Just stay there. Stay. Why would you want to go to a country you don't even speak the language? Oh, I know, because they're so fucking easy to fucking pull the wool over their eyes, or have been. Oh, we'll go up there, That's what they think. And like I said the other day, they're thinking, there's a lot of those people, and by the way, they just confirmed there are MS-13 in there. It's confirmed. Okay? When you see someone with an MS-13 tattoo, that's pretty much a fucking confirmation. Stupid. Never mind. No, that's it. But really, I mean, I find I'm so offended by this whole caravan. And then apparently there's another one. Is there another one starting? There's another one starting. Again, if you reward bad behavior by doing nothing, you get more bad behavior, right? We all know that. And this is exactly what's going on. And all of these, the governments, I don't know, Democrats, but, the cartels, they're all organizing this because believe me, the cartels, they're getting money from corrupt government officials, just making sure these people get across the, listen, it's a whole big tangled, it's a web, folks. It's a big web. It's a web. It's a Spanish web. And the Spanish fly is going to get stuck in. No, it probably won't. Anyway, okay. Are we done? Come on. The Russian cheating. Well, we'll get to that later. We can deal with that. Good. I'm done. I'm out of here, folks. It's been an hour. Good God. What the hell? I need some drinks, Marge. Oh, dear. All right. So good. Let's go then. I'm out of here. Anyway, thanks, folks. I'm Michael Clive. Thanks for tuning in. Like us, subscribe, hate us, whatever you want to do. Just do it, because we don't care, right? We know we're going to draw criticism and love and everything else at the same time. It just doesn't matter. I'm just trying to do my part here because, I don't know. I just feel like I need to do it. I'm giving back to my country, okay? So, all right. Is that it? Okay, all right. Good. All right. Thanks, folks. We'll see you next time. It'll probably be Friday, right? Yeah, Friday. Okay. Thanks. See you next time.